What's going on in the Chicago housing market? Let's take a look. Let's look at the condos and houses for sale and sold in Chicago's lakefront communities. First, houses. Last month, 73 homes sold. That was down 26% versus the previous September. And you can see that we've had better months. Part of the reason we're down is due to supply, as you're about to see. I've broken it down here based on price, and you can see that 30 single-family homes less than the median sales price have sold. That's down 40%. Again, inventory is the story of the day here. 51 homes went under contract last month. That's down from the previous year. 289 homes are currently for sale in the market. And you can see that in 2020, the high was 583. So it is significantly down, speaking historically. All right, month supply of homes for sale overall 4 months. That means it's still a seller's market. It takes 4 months to sell out everything that's on the market. If it were 6 months, it'd be what we would call a stable market. Median sales price, $1,299. That's up 2.6, and that's $390 per square foot. Typically, a house is getting 3 showings per month, and that's down a little bit. All right, let's look at condos. 739 condos closed last month. 559 are currently under contract, pending their closing. 2,570 condos are currently for sale. That's down 26% versus previous year. At our most, we were at 66, 63 in the middle of the pandemic. There are only 3.3 months worth of condos on the market right now, although you can see from the graph that number is climbing a bit. And if you look at the month supply of condos, we have 10.9 if it's $1.25 million or more, 2.1 if it's $400,000 or less. Median sales price for condos has been flat for the last several months, $400,000. There are typically 3.4 showings on a condo in the month. Condo sales year to date. So far this year, 7621 condos have sold in the lakefront communities. That's down 28.4 versus the previous year. And that was down 10% versus 2021. I'm going to flip back to single family homes now. 700 single families have sold, closed so far this year. That's down 35% versus the previous year, which was down 17% versus the year before that. To put it in raw numbers, 700 versus 1294. All right, let's do a quick look at showing time index. And this is only through August. When we were at our high, March and April, 232, 235 was the index. Now we're down to 162. Typical seasonal, and that is the same for Chicago as it is for the region, as it is for across the United States. Showings are just down, not a surprise given our interest rates. And the thing to remember is interest rates are up. Fannie Mae had them at almost 7.5, 7.49 last week. That is the highest in interest rates that we've had in the last several years. The other thing to keep in mind, though, rents. Zumper has rents up between 14 and 20% year over year, depending on 1, 2, and 3 bedrooms. And you're looking at $2,000 a month for a 1-bedroom median sales price. So if you feel like your rents are high and it's time to think about getting into a property and perhaps buying, there are ways to make that happen. If you have questions about your own situation, please reach out. I'm Ann Rossley with Baird & Warner. Let's connect.